As you can tell, I'm sporting a mustache. I hope you can deal with it okay. But if you don't, that's fine, I don't care. It's Rob Michael Hugel, and you're watching The Real Rob. I just like to look like Nicolas Cage in Raising Arizona once in a while. I wanted a baby, so I stole the baby. Last week I didn't release a video because we were busy working on our Fiesta mission. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out at the end of this one. As you know, on the I Hate Being Single Tumblr, sometimes we get some relationship questions, and I thought today would be a good day to answer just one. Thanks for opening up the ask box, Rob. I have a weird question. I joined the army and I'm leaving in a few months. Until then, I started working at a place where I know one of the young ladies, someone I have liked. I highly doubt she's at all interested. She ignored me when I asked her on a date last year, even though all of our interactions have been very nice. But would it be irresponsible to explore that? P.S. I'm an idiot. I don't think you're an idiot. I just think you're a guy. You're even just a human being. And we all do things that make no sense sometimes. No judgment. And thank you for your service, because that takes more courage than anything else in the world. But let's get to the question. I'm gonna be totally honest. If you asked her out on a date and she ignored you, which led you to think that she doesn't like you, I don't think you should explore it. If she just straight up ignored you, I think that should be taken as a sign to just leave it at that. What else are you gonna do? I mean, if you convince someone to date you, aren't you just convincing them to feel weird? You ever walk into a Gap and all the employees just hound you? Like, they surround you and everyone wants to help you? I definitely don't want your sweaters that are on sale, Miss Gap employee. That's kind of maybe the feeling that women have a lot of the time. Maybe they don't want to be dated, I don't know. Another point of this is that you mentioned that all of your interactions have been very nice. That's really awesome, but I don't think that your interactions being nice necessarily leads to a hint that you should keep asking her out on dates. If every girl who we talk to had to be mean in order to let you know that they don't want to be dated, then we're just gonna have mean people everywhere. Don't get me wrong here, I'm passing no judgment, because I'm sure myself has made many mistakes in all of these categories. I'm just trying to look at it now from experience and give you and anyone else some actual solid advice. You know those old stories that old people tell sometimes where they're like, I was pursuing her for a year. She didn't even like me. He stood out on my lawn and threw rocks. It was the sweetest thing. Is that just the way it used to be? Because I don't think that works anymore. If I was put in the position where I was supposed to hound and chase someone, I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. Even in movies we see it. John Cusack with the boombox? What is he doing out there? I think movies try to sell us something which I don't think is real, that there's like some sort of fight or struggle that you need to have in order to cross over to have this great love situation. I don't know, I just don't think that that's realistic at all. Who wants to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? It's kind of like that Demi Lovato song, You Think We're Something That We're Not. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. Maybe it's just me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just lazy. Be safe, happy 4th of July, and I wish you the best. And this is The Real Rob. Ladies, if you have any opinions about this, am I right, am I wrong, leave them in the comment box below. I welcome the conversation. If you thought this advice was helpful, give it a like or share it on your Facebook or your Tumblr. Is this jiffable? If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We got the web series, relationship advice, cooking. I used to ask her to marry me every day on my porch when she walked by going to school. I used to mail her razor blades with a little threat that said, if you don't marry me, I'll kill you and myself. Eventually, she said yes. And a shout out to the harmonizers. You guys are awesome.